The Heat had similar issues in the second game against Boston that they had on opening night. There's just defensive issues, offensive issues, more so consistency on both ends, just trying to get to things enough. And obviously, it didn't work out in this game too against Boston either. But I just want to go through and I'm going to show two plays on the defensive end because it feels like one of the things that they, as Tyler said after the game, hang their hat on is defense. One thing that they're sticking to is the game plan of soft switching, and they're kind of just fully switching out, especially with the starting unit when Bam's on the floor, which has its perks and it also has the downside of it as well. So I'm just going to show two plays from the first 3 minutes of this game that show both sides of this. And the first one is the kind of the negative element, which is where teams are really just kind of taking advantage of Miami in a lot of ways. And that's where Boston was kind of dictating who they wanted guarding them and where they wanted to be guarded. And as you're going to see right here, you look at the bottom of your screen, it's going to be Jason Tatum and Derek White, and he's going to screen for him right here in the bottom of your screen. He's going to set a screen right here. Tyler can easily kind of hold Tatum off a little bit, and Caleb can kind of retreat and find Tatum in the lane, and then Tyler can fly right back out to the corner to Derek White. That's usually kind of the plan right here. They immediately give it up. It's just an immediate switch now. It's Jason Tatum in space under the rim against Tyler Hero. That is not what you want by any means this early in the game as well. Easily ends up in a foul. It's just giving that stuff up so easily. It's one thing to kind of switch in the action and send Bam out to the perimeter, which we know he can do, and then kind of help down low. But when you're kind of allowing teams to do this in space, that's where it feels to be problematic. And the reason I bring this up today is because later today, the Miami Heat are going to be playing the Toronto Raptors. And other than the fact that they're a very good defensive and pesky team defensively in the half court, they're a very lengthy team offensively, and they can put you in the post and they can find other ways to kind of take advantage of you in that way. So that's something you just cannot do, I guess, heading into tonight as well. The other part of this is more of the way they can get around the soft switching. What makes it great? What makes it work, I should say. Right here, immediately you'd say, okay, Kyle Lowry's giving up that switch so easily to guard Al Horford. Say what you want about Kyle Lowry, but one thing he's very good at is fronting in general, just kind of fronting the post, being kind of annoying in a way where you just kind of can't get the ball inside. And then if you do get the ball inside, that's where it gets a little problematic. And that's when you look at the bottom of your screen with Tyler here and Caleb Martin. Look where they're playing it at right now because they know what their job is. They know what their job is defensively. It's one or the other is going to have to help over fully, and the other one's have to split the difference in the corner. Now Kyle Lowry starts the front. You're going to see Jason Tatum right here putting his hand up, pointing, saying, get the ball to Al Horford. That's their whole game plan. They dictated this switch. Now they're going to try and take advantage of it. Now Miami's kind of playing from behind a little bit, but we're going to see Tyler here is the guy that's helping over. They had perfect rotation right here, and it ends up a contested jumper, and he misses. That's when it looks decent, when they're kind of all in a string and they use the words connected and chemistry and communication. That's when things will look kind of great defensively at times with this lineup, with the switching. But ultimately, the point of this is that I just don't know if they can fully get to it against Toronto all night. Yes, they have pull-up threats as well. That could kind of hurt you, but I honestly feel like mixing in a bit of drop would be in their best interest kind of moving forward. Not being predictable every play down, knowing what coverage you're kind of being in, and then letting teams like Toronto or Boston kind of find the switch that they want and kind of working from there. Miami has enough guys. I get you could talk about lengthwise or height-wise, but they have enough guys to make it work in drop because Bam Adebayo, what do you want him being defensively? In every action. And if you put him in a bit of a drop once in a while, he can contain in the action. He's not being pulled away from the play every time. And then guys aren't just saying, Bam, we're not letting you defend this guy. He's going to be involved pretty much all the time. The issue with it, the flip side, is that you're relying on Tyler Hero and Kyle Lowry to be kind of operate constantly around screens and fight through and around and under. But that's something I guess we're going to have to figure out from there. But something to monitor, I guess, heading into Toronto is the soft switching once again. Do they work a little bit of drop in? Do they continue the soft switching? Do they fight through more screens? We'll see, but it just seems like this is kind of the thing to watch right now for a Heat team that always kind of relies so heavily on defense.